Hey guys, Ed from Paranormal Inc. Ohio here, back at it again with another podcast episode. We are sticking to the strange places and haunted areas as I have been for this season. And this episode is no different, guys. It's no different. I saw this and was like, "Yep, another good one for the guys to hear this," and I hope you guys love it as much as I did. So again, I'm going to read this out of my research that I found, and it's just awesome. It's called The Screaming Woods, guys. The Screaming Woods, Plucky's most haunted village in England. The During Woods, also known as Screaming Woods, are situated in Kent, between the villages of Smarden and Plucky. They are reported to be the most haunted woods in Britain, and they were given their name because of the many reports of people hearing terrifying screams coming from the forest at night, or footsteps and whispers during the days. The forest is said to be haunted by the ghosts of the people who got lost in them. In particular, the locals mention a suicidal army colonel of the 18th century and a highwayman who was captured by the villagers, pinned to the tree, and beheaded. Many from the nearby villages swear to have seen black shadows following them while they were traveling across the forest. The wood is also famous for presenting one of the oldest Neolithic sites in the world. The During Wood Massacre, the Woodland, has been the center of attention for this phenomena for many years. On the morning of November 1st, 1948, 20 people from the Maltmans area were found dead, 11 of whom were children. The bodies were forming a massive pile of human flesh, and they didn't present any wounds. Many reported seeing strange lights coming from this forest on the night of Halloween, when the massacre took place. The autopsies couldn't determine the cause of death, and after a few weeks, the local authorities quickly ended the investigation, stating that the cause was carbon monoxide poisoning. This behavior raised questions about a possible involvement of the police in the matter at the time. In 1964, private investigator Robert Collins conducted in-depth witness interviews designed to uncover hints about the alleged activity of an unknown religious cult in the village of Smarden. His research stopped after he died in a tragic car accident the following year. Cover of the Kent Messenger, Friday, November 6, 1998. The During Wood was home for another mystery when in October of 1998, on the same night of 50 years before, 4 college students who were visiting the forest went missing after people from Pluckley reported seeing figures of light similar to spiderwebs in the sky. Their bodies were never found, and after 3 weeks, the police investigation stopped. So now that was just the Screaming Forest, guys. So we're going to move on to the next part. Now, there is multiple places around here. When I was doing the research, I had read a bunch of this stuff, and I was like, oh my God, there's way... In the surrounding area, not too far away from the Screaming Forest, is a whole bunch of other paranormal sightings and activities that go around there. A lot of people have witnessed it. They've come forward. They've done their testimonies on it. They've given interviews for it. And now I'm going to go ahead and just do it again so you guys can hear about all these other strange things that happen near the Screaming Forest. For one, we have the haunted highwayman. The sound of ghostly horses' hooves would definitely chill the blood. And people living in Pluckley have to put up with these on a regular basis. According to locals, visions of a horse-drawn carriage along with the clip-clop of horses' hooves haunt Maltmans Hill. Back in 1997, one driver almost crashed when they heard the clatter of hooves on cobbles on a tarmac road. A babysitter even reported seeing the coach as if it was real, with light pouring from its windows as horses pulled it along the street. The aptly named Fright Corner is also a place to be avoided if you hate seeing ghostly visions, as the specter of the highwayman hides in a tree. It's believed that the highwayman was killed here in the 18th century after getting into a fight with those in a charge of keeping the peace in the village. They pinned him to an oak tree with a sword, and now their fight is reenacted, always with the same consequence: his head being chopped off. Then there's the Thieving Pub Ghosts. The atmospheric pub, the Blacksmith's Arms, boasts not one, not two, but 3 ghosts. previously called both the Spectre's Arms and the Ghost's Arms because there have been so many hauntings, strange things are still going on behind its walls to this day. Among the figures who have been sighted in the pub, there are a Tudor maid, a coachman who gazes longingly at the fire in the public bar, and a cavalier wandering around the upstairs rooms. The Blacksmith's Arms isn't the only haunted pub in the Pluckley area. The Black Horse also has its fair share of ghosts. However, there's a shy set of spirits in this boozer, and while they are cheeky, they've never actually been seen. The pub, which used to be a farmhouse belonging to the local bailiff and was surrounded by a moat, is famous for the things magically disappearing from right in front of people. But it seems these ghosts have a coexistence between a few days after items disappear. They turn up again. Then there's Dicky Buss's Lane. It might look like the perfect place for a sedate country stroll, but there are reports of Dicky Buss's Lane in anything but that. Richard Dicky Buss was a well-known figure in the village last century, and the miller is said to now haunt the villages. Now ruined and abandoned windmill, the Pinnocks. Dicky closed his mill in 1930, and 9 years later it was destroyed in a storm which it was struck by lightning. However, it seems Dicky has unfinished business, and his spirit is said to still haunt the windmill, and he is normally spotted just before a thunderstorm hits. As for the lane itself, there are claims the corpse of a teacher who hung himself has been seen. He is said to have taken his own life following World War I, and his body was found by Dicky several weeks later. Few places are spookier than a cemetery, so Pluckley's is even more terrifying than most. Lady During was buried in the graveyard of the local church, St. Nicholas, in the 1100s in a coffin made of lead, with a red rose placed on top, and her final resting place. There have been sightings of her, now known as the Red Lady after her rose, wandering the graveyard and wailing while she searches for the grave of her stillborn baby. A lady in white said to stalk both the church and the library of her old family home, Surrey During. The grand house was destroyed in a blaze in 1952, but her spirit was reportedly seen by staff from the U.S. Embassy who used the property as a base between World War I and II. One employee even held an all-night vigil one Christmas Eve, and when the lady in white appeared in front of them, he shot her, ghost, with his rifle. He was so scared. A house named Greystones was always going to be imposing and threatening, and this one has its own ghostly monk for good measure. The house was originally built in 1863 and was called Rectory Cottage, as it was the home of the rector of the St. Nicholas Church nearby. Nowadays, its most famous residence is said to be the ghost of a monk. However, since it was renamed Greystones, the monk seems to have hidden himself, as there have been no reports of unusual activity. Pinnock Bridge is the perfect spot to sit and take in the stunning surroundings, whether you're alive or dead. The bridge is said to be haunted by a gypsy woman who made her living selling the watercress she collected from the stream below. She has been spotted sitting on the bridge and smoking a pipe. It's believed to be the spot where she lost her life after being accidentally burned to death. The woman appears as a misty figure who never speaks, simply sits there smoking her pipe. The second man who took his own life in Pluckley is a colonel who hanged himself in Park Wood. He has been spotted wandering among the trees. Even though much of the area has been cleared, his spirit still seems to remain. The 250-year-old Rose Court house looks like the perfect, quaint English village home, but hides a very dark past. Its mistress is said to have taken her own life by eating a handful of poisonous berries, while the During Arms used to be a hunting lodge and is said to be home to the ghost of a woman wearing a bonnet. She has been seen by many customers, and her figure is so clear she's even been mistaken for a real drinker. So guys, that was the surrounding areas just around the Screaming Forest. This place sounds like one of the most haunted and paranormal spots in the world, if you ask me. And I believe every bit of it because I have an open mind with this stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. You will hear me again tomorrow night with a brand new podcast episode as well at 10 p.m. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I want you guys to stay safe. Thanks, guys. Bye, everyone.